Hi guys, so today we are going to see the topic is to create a simple example using Springboot with some REST API endpoints by implementing a Postman. It's a very simple example, so there is no need to connect your application with database like that. The next example should be our Springboot connected with a particular database by using Postman tool. But now we have to get some idea about what is Postman tool. So what is the REST endpoints? After that we will go for the advanced example. Okay. So this is a simple example I want to create. So first one should be you have to go to the file, create a new Spring Boot project. It's a Spring Starter project. Just click here. Just give the project name. So project name should be I'm given a Spring Boot Postman. Simple example. Okay. So I'm using Java version 8. So here I'm using that Maven dependencies. So if you want to some other gradle like that, you can use. So here the package name is same. So our project description and same things. So like here, if you want to make it a war file, you can go with. I'm using jar. Just click. Now we have to add a Maven dependency. Here I am using simply a REST endpoint. So I am using a Spring Web dependency. Then I added a Spring Boot dev tool. So we already know that Spring Web contains all related Spring dependencies, web related dependencies. Okay, so the Spring Boot dev tools dependency is used for making your particular application as much as a refresh. If you want to change something in your application, there is no need to restart your server again and again. The Spring Boot dev tools will do it for me. Whenever you have to change anything in your particular application, that particular application should be automatically refreshed. Based on automatically refresh, automatically restart the server based on this particular Spring Boot dev tool dependency. That is the purpose of that particular dependency I'm adding in this project. So let me go for project here, Spring Boot Postman simple example. Here you can see what are the dependencies you can add it will show you. So here like this is our project structure. Let me go for package. So this is a simple Spring Boot main program. So obviously you are already know that what is this main program. So this is your starting point of your web applications, right? So in this application, whenever trying to run any Spring Boot application, you are going to here and run this particular application. So here we have to check the what are the dependency we have added in our particular Spring Boot. Let me open the form.xml file because this is a Maven dependency, Maven based project. So let me go for form.xml file. Yeah. So this is your parent tag here. Group ID should be auth.springframework.boot. Then artifact type should be Spring Boot starter run. This is your child of your particular project. This particular dependency should be child of your particular projects. Then here, what are the dependency we have added? We have added a Spring Web. Okay. Then Spring Boot dev tools. So apart from that, it will be automatically added the JUnit testing dependency. So if you don't want means you can remove it. Okay, I simply put here. There is no need of this particular application, but I simply put here. This is our plugin, Spring Boot Maven plugin. These are all the things. So here we added two things only. This one, these two things. So Spring Boot starter web dependency, then Spring Boot dev tools. Okay, then we go for then we create a simple control. So in this controller class, we can perform a simple REST endpoint to execute that particular endpoint using Postman tool. I make this class as name as sample controller. So then click the finish button. So here this class we have to annotate with a REST controller. REST controller. Mm, then I have to annotate so request mapping at class level annotations value equal to I'm giving that sample that URL. So here how it will be working based on this particular Springboot starter web dependency we added at the time of creating a project. That's why it will be automatically enabled. Okay. So enable this particular package. Now I want to store some predefined names. I already told you this application is very simple application. How to work with the Postman tool. That is the main aim of this particular project. So here first I'm creating public a list string. So show name. So here I'm creating a method, a user defined method show name as a list. So here I'm passing some name. So here I'm creating an array new string. Here I'm passing the name. So so I'm hard-coded this name. So the next thing should be I have to create a list. I want to iterate this name, right? So on the thing I'm using as list method, arrays dot as list method. So here I'm passing that particular array object, that array reference. Then finally I return the list of names. Fine. Then what is the names? Yeah. Okay. Now this is a simple Java language. You already know that. Okay. But here we have to perform the REST web service API. So here we already know about lot of HTTP methods. Okay, so get, put, post, delete, all HTTP methods are trace, options, many HTTP methods are there. But in this example, I'm using a simple get method. So get method in REST web API we can say get mapping annotation. This get mapping annotation is used to retrieve the resource or retrieve the information from anywhere, from the database or from outputting like this anywhere. Okay, now I make it this get mapping value equal to fetch name. Okay, so here I'm just adding the things. Yeah. Here you can see of dot spring framework dot web dot bind dot annotation request mapping this controller then get mapping. These are all the annotations are in Spring. Okay, now what I have to do, this is an example I'm created. I already told you this is very simple example how you work with the Postman. Now I want to run this example. Okay, how I can run this example? By the way of browser also, by the way of Postman tool, or by the way of any REST client tool. Okay, so because the Postman is nothing but one of the client tool for executing your REST based web service applications. Okay, you can use SOAP UI also. That is also the one of the client software to execute your SOAP as well as REST. Okay, the latest version. Okay, here I am using Postman tool. Now where you can get the Postman tool, if you want to add dependency or not like that. Okay, you go into the Google, go to the Google, inside the Chrome you can type Postman Chrome. So here just click this first link. So if you want to add your Postman tool inside your Chrome version, Chrome browser, you can add the extension, or if you don't want add, you can use the launch app method. That Postman tool will be loaded in your particular computer. So this is one of the very good client tool to execute your REST based APIs. Okay, web service. So here you are going to type your URL here. Okay, first you start the server, then type your particular REST path URL. So apart from that, we have to change your HTTP method server. These are all the methods, various HTTP methods are there, but in this example I'm using only get method. Upcoming example I'm using that advanced HTTP methods like get, put, post, delete also. Okay, now what we have to do, so first you have to start the server. So if you want to start the server means you have to add the Tomcat. Normally in Spring MVC we have to configure the Tomcat server manually, but coming to the Spring Boot application here, we don't want to configure the Tomcat server manually. So that Spring Boot itself have a Tomcat. It is an embedded Tomcat server. So Spring Boot has Tomcat server, Jetty server, many things are there. Okay, I'm using Tomcat server. Okay, so how we can configure? So first of all, I'm going to put the port number for particular Tomcat. Server.port equal to 9091. So here I am running this Tomcat by using this port number. The default port number is 8080, but I don't want, I am just changing 9091. Okay, so if you want 8080 as a machine, you can run, it's not an issue. Okay, now first application.properties, here you have to set the port number. So the next, the purpose is if you change the port number you can set. If you don't change means it's a default, no need to write this server.port. Then going to main program. Here I already told you, whenever you're trying to run the Spring Boot application, this particular main program is going to execution of every Spring Boot application. Okay, now here just right click, run as. If you use either Java application or Spring Boot app, which your wish. I am clicking Spring Boot app. So look into your console. So it will be running. So here this is a Spring Boot banner. Okay, Spring Boot default banner. Here it will show you the version of Spring Boot, what kind of version I'm using. Spring Boot version 2.3.1 release. Here this info, you already know that there are a lot of logger files to getting the project information, right? That log4j, slf4j, logback, anything. But Spring Boot is a default logging framework is that is logback framework. That's why it will provide the info about this one. Here you can see our server, the Tomcat instance with support 9091. You can see our server is started. Now we are going to run this program. Where you have to run this program? Just going to Postman tool here. So I told you this is a simple example. Here I am getting the hard-coded names, group of predefined names given by me using this get mapping, the get HTTP method. So we have to change the HTTP method here. Apart from that, we have to given the URL. So sample, the request mapping class of annotation. Here you can see sample slash, then in a get mapping you can given the value fetch name. So the fetch name you have to give fetch name. So then click the send button. You will be waiting. Yeah, we can see the group of names. What are the names I defined in our program? It will display here. You can see Bala Siva Puja. Based on this list it will return. Okay, so this is a simple example. You can work in your Spring Boot application using single get mapping REST and annotations. Then you can implement a Postman tool. Okay, so the next example should be an advanced example. So in a previous video, this video before, we can see to execute a Spring Boot application with implements a REST endpoints and create a documentation using Swagger API. The previous video is there, you can check my channel. So here I'm using that example, but I'm not using the Swagger to the next video. I mean next example, I'm implementing a real-time project example to implement Spring Boot. Okay, connecting your Java data JDBC connections using MySQL with a Postman tool. Okay, I'm simply creating a CRUD application without Swagger. Okay, so coming example should be a advanced lot of REST API. You can see that. Okay, this is a simple example. That advanced example you have to know means you have to keep watching this example. Okay, this is very simple, how to create a simple REST endpoint and how to work with the postman. Okay, so the next example we will see the advanced one. Okay, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe my channel.